So the DOMKE Everyday Backpack is one of those backpacks that don't necessarily scream, I'm a camera bag, which I like a lot about camera bags nowadays. I do a lot of traveling around the world, so I do like having backpacks that are a little bit more inconspicuous, that don't scream, I have a lot of expensive equipment. My favorite thing is that it's water resistant. So we're getting into kind of the tail end of winter, although it's snowing, but it is gonna start raining in May and April and stuff like that. So I do want a backpack that's weather resistant, or at least water resistant. So what that means is if you pour water on this guy, it's not gonna seep through as badly as you would. I wouldn't necessarily recommend submerging it completely into a pool or anything like that, but if it's raining outside, if it's snowing outside, any sort of moisture or water that can come from the sky or even a cup of water, the bag actually protects from a lot of those things. Another thing, it does feature two side pockets. Now one side I use to kind of store filters or water bottles or anything like that, and the other side is where I put my tripod, which you will see later on in this video. You can actually remove all the little like pocket flaps and boxes in here. So if you don't have camera gear, you want to just use this as like an everyday backpack to kind of put books in or anything like that, then you have those options available to you. All right, so the first thing we're talking about in my everyday camera bag, my carrying kit, is gonna be my camera. So I actually carry two different cameras. Now this camera has changed a little bit as of late, but what I do carry is the Sony FX3 and the new Sony a7 IV. Now the reason why I carry two cameras is, one is this is my main videography driver. If I'm doing things like commercial video or run and gun shoots for clients and stuff like that, being somebody in the fitness industry that creates a lot of content in that space, you have to have a kit that's really ready to go, that's super quick, that doesn't take a long time rigging, because a lot of times you're shooting for only 2 or 3 hours, you're in and you're out, and you want to still have high quality video. So I do turn to the Sony FX3 for stuff like that. Now this is a recent addition and it might actually take the place of the FX3 depending on how things go, but this is a Sony a7 IV. Now this is a new camera, a lot of people have been talking about it recently, but this is a new camera that I've added into my bag. Now I did have the Sony a7R3 before, and I decided that I was going to do the upgrade to this camera. When I'm going to do vlogs or when I want to do behind the scenes content, I want it to be high quality, or any other things like that that's not necessarily kind of linked to my cinema kit from the FX6 and FX3, this is what I'm going to be using in the Sony a7 IV. Now next thing we're going to talk about is